Welcome to our second episode of Court Explainer over the weekend, where we are at the family division. The question of the family. Court Explainer, Court Helicopter Explainer, every day brings you matters that touch you, matters that touch the family. And the question is, and today's explainer is it legal? Can a child who you educated, who is now employed, can you take that child to court and demand that he must pay and take care of you? Can a parent demand to be paid from a child who he educated, who he gave birth to, who she nurtured? So the explainer today is very explosive. You, who is a child, you were born by your mother and your father. They educated you with a lot of poverty. They struggled, they sold their cows. They struggled, they raised fees. They educated you. You are now a senior lawyer. You are a senior doctor. You are an IT guru. You are an accountant. You are an auditor. You are an engineer. You are a senior police officer. Are you supposed by law to support your parents? Can your parents send you a message asking for some money, and if you refuse, they take you to court? This question also goes to fathers-in-law. Where you are married, those are your father-in-law. Those are your mother-in-law, father-in-law. Is it legal? Can they take you to court that you married my daughter and you have not built a borehole, you have not built a water tank, you have not provided a permanent house for us? Is the law going to compel you to take care of your parents, whether biological or by marriage? Welcome to Court Explainer, where we look at the law that governs there. We start with the first law. Every child is born, and that child is governed by the Children's Act. The Children's Act defines any child to be anybody below 18 years. There's a general presumption that those children cannot have any financial input to help their parents. Instead, the Children's Act and Article 53 of the Constitution provides that those children are supposed to be maintained by their parents. So the law as it is, every child must be maintained by their biological parents or by their adoptive parents. After these children have graduated and they have now become adults and they are now employed, the law applicable is the law of adults. And therefore, this is the position of the law. There is no law in the Kenyan Constitution. There is no law in the statutes that compels a child, an adult child, employed to share his money, to share her resources with his or her parents, whether biological or not biological. So anybody trying to blackmail your children that you'll take them to court to support you, that law does not exist. So mark it from me, from Court Helicopter. If the children support you, it is because they want to support you. It is willingly. They can give you gifts, but you cannot compel them to do that. Can you then go to court and demand that they refund you the school fees that you used to educate them? There is no law in this country that you can go to court and say, refund my school fees. refund my medical bills I paid for you as a child, refund my university fees, because that was a responsibility on your part under the Basic Education Act, under Article 53 of the Constitution, and under the Children's Act. You must have to educate your children. So you cannot come back with the receipts to court and demand that you be refunded the school fees you used over your child. So get it clear. Stop lying yourself that you can demand to be paid, to be maintained, to be taken care of. In another option, can a parent demand to come and stay with a child who is working in Nairobi? You know, some parents will say, me, I must come and stay with you. There is no law that allows that person to come and stay with a child unless that child willingly invites and accepts a parent to come and stay in that home. The law of privacy protects an adult from any form of intrusion, whether it is an intrusion by parents, whether it's an intrusion by step parents, whether it's an intrusion by parents-in-law. The law does not allow. Therefore, if you want your child to support you, be kind to that child, enter into a discussion with that child. That child can only build you a house if you are good to that child. That child can only buy you a car if he or she wishes. So you cannot demand a car. You cannot demand a boda. You cannot demand a kitenge. You cannot demand for a treatment. You cannot demand anything from a child because you are a biological father or you are a biological brother. Neither will siblings who educated other siblings demand for payment. Some of Kenyans have been educated by older siblings, and the older sibling will always be entitled, be sending messages to the young sibling who is employed. Send me money. Remember, I educated you. Remember, I paid for your school fees, or else I'll go to court. There is no law to that effect. This is the court you will come to challenge to be provided for by your children. This court will simply tell you there is no law to support a parent. It is only a goodwill and it is a gift. Wakili Danstan Omari, Court Helicopter News. Thank you.